Okay, YouTube. So as you can see, I bought my cord. So now we're good to go. So now my phone has power. I actually got one of the thicker cords, so it's easier for me to find. It'll be dedicated to the bike. They have is it like $7 or $8? Might as well say $8. And they actually hold a little bit better. And unfortunately, I was trying to find one to match the color of the bike, but that's okay. I should wrap it so it's not dangling in the air to make it look a little decent, but it's alright. I know it's there. We're not going for how great everything looks right now. We're just out riding. So, this is another vlog. Oh, okay. He's moving. Let's go. It is so nice. Actually, a couple of bikers already pulled in. I was just zipping up my coat. A couple of bikers already pulled in. And we was just talking for a few minutes. They was admiring my bike. They asked me how do I feel about Polaris closing, or rather discontinuing the Victory line. You know, I actually had a little conversation with you guys about that on the last video. I don't like it. I think that they put a little too much emphasis on Indian motorcycles, but I understand that Victory's been around for a long time, and it's their answer. The Indian line is their answer directly to Harley, but I also believe that you should have more than one product to offer the consumers. Yes, it wasn't selling as much as they like. Harley is a staple of the community, of the motorcycle community. I understand that, but not everybody wants to ride a Harley Davidson. No disrespect to Harley Davidson for you guys who are about to jump all over me. It's a great bike, but people like variety, you know, and it with different competitors out, and make sure that the manufacturer stays on their game for reliability and safety, as well as making a good bike. You know, the more competition out there, the more the bike is affordable, and the better the product becomes. Least amount of competition, they don't have to worry about it. They'll put it out there because they know, hey, you're going to buy it no matter what, and they don't have to improve anything. All they'll do is just change the paint color. So I'm a little disappointed in them. Like I said in the last vlog, hopefully it's some type of marketing scheme where they take the product off the market for a few years, and then they relaunch it with something new and something better. I like Indian. Their seating position is nice. I felt a little pushed up on the tank, but maybe that was just that bike. I'm sure that it's a lot better now if I get back up on it. Would I buy one? I don't know. I could never say never, but not new for the prices that they have, because I like the bigger bikes. I do like the bigger bikes. But you know, we was just talking, and I told him about Zach Victory, that he's still working on the bike, and I also have another dealership not too far in Brewster that still works on it. Their Polaris dealer. And there's also a Polaris dealer that doesn't sell motorcycles, but they work on all Polaris products. And I called them up and I said, are you able to work on, you know, like motorcycles and stuff? And they said, well, we can, but we have to get approval. So, you know, we'll see if it comes to that. But as long as this is an American bike, Zach said he will work on it, which I'm happy about. I don't like being I like being different, but I don't like having a product that can't be serviced. You know, it's silly. Buy something really nice and then it needs some type of servicing, and then you can't take it nowhere to get it. You know, a lot of people like working on their bikes themselves, which is a beautiful thing. I'm not one of those people. I'll do some maintenance on my bike, but I'm not one of those, let me take the wheel off and do this and do that. That's just not me. I'm not that type of person. My father was that type of person. God bless his soul. When he was alive, he was a real mechanic. He knew how to work on all the stuff. He taught me a lot, but I just didn't retain everything, because if you don't do it, you lose a lot. So I retained a lot, but I didn't retain the stuff that's needed to be, hey, I'm a mechanic. And he wasn't a certified mechanic. He is a mechanic. He used to be a mechanic, and then he left that industry and went into other stuff. But he taught us a lot. So my brother and I and my sisters, we know a lot of our cars too. We just, it's limited. We're not a mechanic that can get up and do stuff. But I feel that a Polaris felt that because the numbers weren't so high, they needed to pull it. It was a spike. I think when I bought my bike, it was a spike in sales. But just like anything, when something goes up, it has to go back down. But I don't see, thinking back to it, I didn't see a lot of Polaris commercials. They didn't market like how Harley Davidson markets themselves. Harley Davidson spends a lot of money marketing their bikes. You got to spend. You have to bring public awareness to your product. And I believe Polaris is kind of used, word of mouth to get that around. I saw some advertisements, of course, on Facebook, which is good. That's a good entity. But not everybody has a computer. Not every motorcycle rider is on Facebook looking to see at advertisements of what they can get. It is word of mouth, but it just didn't work for them. If the sales were strong, it always was a great bike from the beginning. Well, not from the beginning. I remember when Victory first came out, and a lot of people said, it had some problems because it was a new bike, but then they got better and it got really good. Now with the Indian line, it's a great bike. I can't take anything from it, but it's the high end for Polaris. While I guess Victory slid in as your, regular style bicycle, not too much chrome, enough chrome to say I got some chrome, but they kept the pricing, respectable. And with Indian, they was able to go over into the Harley Davidson territory for their big touring bikes and even the smaller bikes, and hit that $25,000-$30,000 mark. Amazing, but that just wasn't for me. I'm not a big fan. I think they're beautiful bikes, but then again, I'm noticing I don't see that many Indians around like I do Harley Davidson. It's the same thing with the Victory line, where I saw a couple of guys on Victories, and now I see a couple of guys on Indians. I think since the riding season began like a month ago. And up here, I saw guys, pushing it. As soon as April came, I saw guys out there. Now the weather is warm. We're in May, and I'm thinking I may see some more Indians out. But just thinking about last year, I did not see too many people on Indian motorcycles, and that's up north, northern New York, and that's in the city. So I'm not sure how their sales are doing, or how they're marketing that bike, because I kind of see it as falling into the same line as the Victory. The hype is there, was there, and then that's it. Of course, they're in the magazines. That's what you want to get it out there. They're in the magazines, of course, but still, the dealerships are kind of like how Victory dealerships are. You have a dealership here, and then maybe 50, 60 miles away you have another dealership. I don't know if there's a demographic area and how close motorcycle dealerships of the same company could be together. And I know in the Bronx, you have a motorcycle dealership, one here, 2 miles away, 3 miles away, you got another dealership. There's high competition. So I don't know what that's like here. But I do know the Indian dealership that was in New York upstate New York, kind of. I believe he packed up and moved to Connecticut because he's no longer in New York. The next dealership that I know of, I think, is Long Island. You know, so it's kind of falling in the same line as the Victory line. Like, there are not a lot of dealerships. Hey, this is a great bike, but they're making the need to get the dealership kind of hard, which is, you know, a little silly if you ask me. I don't understand their marketing or how they plan on doing it, because I spoke to one dealer who was a Victory salesperson. He said for him to get it, he had to sell both. Now, this is before Polaris phased out the Victory line. He had to get both, and he had to widen his store, and he had to have it look a certain way, and they wanted, you know, you had to have certain merchandise and stuff. So they wanted the store to be faced a certain way. You had to face it first and address it a certain way, and he just didn't want to do that. So again, you come into the dilemma of how strong will those sales be? Because I've only saw one guy on an Indian motorcycle so far. Maybe I will see more. I'm not sure. I've seen more Victory riders, and of course Harley Davidson riders, and of course you have your Asian bikes out, the Japanese bikes, the Japanese cruisers and sport bikes out. I've seen those, but I've only seen one Indian, so I don't know where they're going with this. We'll just have to see. Again, I'm hoping that they are, you know, staying true, and that they will make it okay where people, you know, can have access to the bike, and they do it right. Or if not, you definitely will probably see Victory come back, because Polaris has made Indian their flagship company, and they got to meet those numbers. I don't know the numbers that they're looking for, but they have to meet it. And again, if you only have one dealer and the next dealer is over 50 to 100 miles away, that's kind of bad. Because if your bike breaks, you want to be accessible to where you can get it fixed. So we'll see. Then we spoke of their bikes and stuff, and it was a good conversation. It was very nice. Older gentlemen, and they was very nice. They were both riding Harley Davidson. One had a beautiful orange one. It was sweet. I think it was the top line one. I don't know my Harley bikes that well anymore, but it was sweet. It was nice, and he had the pipes on. He turned it on. It was a really nice bike. Saddlebags, trunk on it. We also actually started talking about the new Honda Goldwing. I was the one who initiated that, and they kind of grumbled a little, but they said, you know what, it's a good bike. And I spoke to them about the DCT clutch list for the new Goldwing, and one guy said, you know, with off-rider kicking in on his hand, he may have to look at that. So I laughed. I said, you know what, as long as you out riding, it doesn't make a difference. That's why they came up with it, because you got a lot of riders that can't, or also off-riders, is, you know, they're not able to do it, and after a long day of riding, the hand is bothering them, it's blown up, because, you know, a lot of people work with their hands, especially if you're in construction. Holy smokes, do you work with your hands? So the guy is like, you never know, you know, if he has to trade it in, he will, you know. And he says his wife loves riding with him, so that's less stress on him clutching, especially if they're going uphill or if they're at a steep climb. He doesn't have to worry about doing that. And I told him, I said, I've looked at the bike myself. I like big bikes and I like clutching, but if I could do a nice DCT bike, I would not complain. Just roll it on. I don't have a problem with that. But what I would probably do, to be honest, is get that and then buy a used bike, or just probably keep this, but buy a used bike and that has some gears, so you don't forget, you know. Well, that's nice. Wow, got this. I don't think I've ever seen that stream running through there. That's kind of new. Maybe it's always run through, and I never noticed. I got to look at some past videos, but that's actually pretty cool. Oh my gosh, it is gorgeous, gorgeous out today. everybody's at work, so there's not too many riders. Only the lucky ones are not working today or on their bike. It's a Wednesday, so it's the middle of the week, and I know everybody is at work looking out their windows going, oh my God, I want to get outside. Because that's what I was doing. I threw my son on the bus, and I was like, I'm going, I'm out. I put the bike outside, let the sun hit it a little, wiped it down, and I was going. When I get home, I should be home by 2 o'clock. Plenty of time for me to freshen up. I'm going to mow the lawn and wash the cars and the motorcycle and have them sitting outside. So when my son comes home, you know, he can see the bikes sparkling in the sunshine, you know. So, you know, it's good that way. You gotta love life. But I'm gonna sign off because it's such a gorgeous day. I know you guys need to get out there and ride yourselves, or tuck the kids in the bed, or, you know, spend some quality time with the missus. So I'm going to sign off. This is Crazy Cool New Yorker saying, ride what you love and love what you ride. Thank you.